Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Absurd Arguments, where we take dumb things and we talk about them in an argumentative fashion. My name is Matthew, and I'm here with my good friend Nathan. Nathan, how are you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm doing great today, Matthew. How are you?
I've got a mug of hot cider in a mug that is made to look like a grenade, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, sounds kind of violent.
Mm, it's just apple cider, though.
I have really cold water, and that's it.
Mm, only the good stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, um, before we begin, there are a few
Yes.
house cleaning things that we have to do.
No,
Um,
no, I don't want to clean.
Par for the course for you, my friend. Um, so I was told that I have made a few mistakes on this podcast, and I would
Yeah,
like to create a formal apology. I'll have to write it up first, but be on the lookout for that apology. It is going to come soon, and
right.
I will, every single grievance that my friend Tim has brought up to me will be addressed. So, listeners, be on the lookout for that official apology. I will write it up and publish it for all of you to hear. Um, and then, other than that, thank you for the response to our skit we did last week. It was really fun to make and record, and I look forward to doing more of those. Hopefully, they won't be as cringy.
Excuse you? I didn't find it cringy at all,
Well, that's
Matthew.
because you were the one that was recording it, so obviously you think the work you did was
It
good.
it was high art. Like Michelangelo is like, gosh, I wish I illustrated that and put it on my Sistine Chapel. You know,
No, no, I
Vincent Van
don't.
Gogh was Vincent Van Gogh was like, wow, that was beautiful.
Man, if
You
only I
know,
had 2 ears.
right? I thought it was Picasso who did the ear thing.
No, Van Gogh, his ear was cut off. Picasso was
Yeah,
just on drugs.
yeah, man. He's like, man, I wish I wasn't on drugs so I could come up with something like that.
Oh, who knows? Maybe you were drug induced when you made some of those things. So
I
right.
would never.
Uh,
The only drugs I take are Tums for an upset tummy.
mm,
Yeah. Matthew, I was thinking, we have our little segments for our intro that we do, and I have one I have a classic, which is the worst for you.
oh no.
But it's news edition.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, because I've actually had a rough week and I don't want to share it. So I'm gonna share stuff from the news instead.
Oh,
Okay. All
um,
right.
I
Well,
am
we'll
not
start.
excited.
Oh, just wait. We'll start with an article I saw from the AV Club.
Okay.
They normally write about tech stuff, but for one day, they wrote about something else. Uh,
Mm.
the headline goes, uh, the headline goes, Man who ate 40 rotisserie chickens in 40 days. I just felt like I was doing this for a very important reason. So Alexander Tominsky is just an ordinary guy, but thanks to his iron will, he ate 40 rotisserie chickens in 40 days. A
Oh
chicken a day.
my. What?
Yeah.
What?
the article
What?
writer the article writer now calls him the Philadelphia Chicken Man.
What?
Ah,
Oh, what in the world, AV Club?
yeah. No, Alexander Tominsky, he's just a hero. So so my what's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
Practically speaking, it's a hamburger. You can do so many
Okay.
different things with a hamburger.
Okay. So, uh which is worse?
Hmm.
Okay. Um only being able to eat a rotisserie chicken every day for 40 days, or only eating a hamburger every day for 40
Oh,
days?
eating the
Which is the
rotisserie
worst?
chicken is way worse because it's just the chicken. That's it. There's no sides, no nothing. You can add so much to a hamburger, but it's just a freaking
um,
chicken. Ugh.
he said the article said that initially he could annihilate these chickens in 20 minutes and there was no
That was the
pain.
wrong word to use. Dude, this guy freaking annihilated that rotisserie chicken.
But over the following weeks, Tominski needed roughly 2 hours. He started to feel cramped up and bloated from all the sodium, and
Oh
said that he
my
came to believe that
gosh.
he could believe that he could feel the pulse of his heart in his stomach.
This man was getting diabetes every single bite.
You don't get diabetes from eating chicken,
Oh
you
my gosh,
doof.
you're right. Dang it, that's another thing I have
He's
to
getting he's
apologize for.
yeah, he's getting heart disease.
Dude, yeah. He's gonna eat his 41st rotisserie chicken and then die of like sudden cardiac arrest.
I like how he thought he was doing something important. That's amazing.
The only important food thing that people have ever done for like eating it was that guy who went into like McDonald's and ate it for like 20 years straight or
Yeah.
whatever. That's probably the only thing that is profitable from like eating something for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Not eating rotisserie chickens just because you feel like.
Ugh. Yeah, so that one's good. So yeah, eating the rotisserie chicken is the worst. You are correct.
Also, Philadelphia Chicken Man sounds like a like B movie horror film.
Yeah,
The Philadelphia Chicken Man.
yeah, it's pretty great.
Gosh, I'm gonna drink some cider now.
Okay, so here's my next one. All right.
All right.
This was pretty big in the news. Amazon became the world's first public company to lose $1 trillion in market value.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Amazon market cap shrinks to 879 billion from 1.88 trillion.
Good night.
Yeah, Microsoft also lost like 889 billion in value. But
How did that happen?
it just a mixture of things. I think the, economy, inflation, all that jazz.
In today's economy?
In today's economy.
Ugh.
Yeah. Um so that's pretty awful, all
That is
right?
pretty bad.
Okay, so I have two scenarios for you
All right.
involving which is the worst, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um which is worst? Being the guy, the head accountant who has to tell Jeff Bezos and all the shareholders that hey, we've lost $1 trillion,
Mm-hmm.
or sit in a room and count to the number 1 trillion. Which is worse?
Oh, these are very different scenarios. These are oh my
I
oh
know, and ironically, one of these is harder for you than the other, I think.
I would have to say it's probably harder to sit in a room and count to 1 trillion.
Yeah,
Because you can always get another job.
that
As
maybe.
no, I'm fairly certain you just say, "Why did you leave Amazon?" Uh "Why'd you leave Amazon?" I was like, "Oh, we had some disagreements, and so I decided to leave."
We had some disagreements over whether or not we should be worth a lot of money.
It's like, "Is it okay if I contact your former employer?" No. No, you can't.
Please don't. They're going through a lot right now. Okay, all right, here's my last one.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so I know you don't like the show The Office. Uh,
It's funny. I can't do it.
it's okay. I get it. You know, you don't like awkward things, and the show's based on awkward humor.
Oh,
So,
it's yes,
but
terrible memories. It makes me relive.
so you know the guy who plays Dwight.
Yes.
His name's Rainn Wilson. Rainn Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, he came out this week. He didn't come out this week, but on
No,
November 10th, Deadline reported that he changed his name. He made a drastic name change to highlight climate emergency.
oh no,
Yeah, and so you know he changed his name to with his the help of his scientist friends. He changed his names to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter Wilson.
he did not.
Yeah. He said, "This is not a joke. I'm as
No,
serious as the melting Arctic, which amplifies global risk, including extreme weather events around the globe."
no. Hold on a second. This can't be real.
Do you think I'd make this up?
Oh my gosh, it's real.
I wouldn't make it up.
Rainfall, heat wave, rising sea levels, Wilson.
Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter Wilson is what I have.
Oh, I'm looking at CNN and they say rainfall, heat wave, sea levels rising sea levels. It's
That's
such not a
great.
name that oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So he continued. He said, "I'm hoping this name change brings attention to this growing or melting issue.
Ugh.
We need world leaders at COP27 to take notice and take action. The Arctic is melting at millions of liters per second, yet this problem can't seem to make a name for itself, so it's up to us to make a name for it."
Gosh, the only thing worse was if he would say, I'm going to become a libertarian, and then it would be very bad.
All right, so this leads me to my which is the worst. Okay, which is worse,
Hmm.
changing your name to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter Wilson, or
Okay.
being named Rain Wilson.
Hmm. This is a tough one.
Right? His parents named him Rain.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, poor
I
guy.
think, I think,
They started it.
yeah, I think it's worse that his name is Rain because
Yeah,
that wasn't something he could do. Well,
yeah.
no, I think it is worse because you have the ability to change your name to like Jeremiah or I don't know, Steve,
Matt.
Derek,
Yeah, Steve,
Matt.
Eric.
And
We could throw out names all day.
yeah, but he chose to even increase the absurdity of his own name. Now, I will
Yeah,
say, my mom told me this story one time that whenever she was living in Colorado, there was a man who made news headlines because he also changed his name.
yeah.
And he changed his name to Bass Fishing in America.
Ah, heck yeah, brother.
That is a much superior name change
It's the
than
most
Rain
American
Wilson,
thing.
heat wave, sea levels rising, falling, winter,
Wilson.
beware, Wilson.
Rainfall, heat wave, extreme winter, weather, Wilson.
Dang. Mr. Wilson will do.
I just wish he had at least rearranged the words so you could at least refer to him by the acronym for his name.
What
You
is the
know,
acronym for his name?
I mean, right now it's RHWEWW, so it's like Raoul.
Mr. Wilson will do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like should we be shocked? He played Dwight in The Office. Like, I mean, that show was full of weird characters, but his was supposed to be the weirdest.
Mm,
You know?
yeah, it's just. Oh. It's almost
Yeah.
like life comes full circle sometimes.
Hey, life imitates art sometimes.
Mm, that's what I'm
Mm.
talking about. And speaking of imitating art, we've got to imitate the same formula we've been doing for the past, oh gosh, this is episode 13.
Wow.
For the past 12 episodes, we have a topic that we are going to discuss, and it is the Thanksgiving season.
Yay.
Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And in honor of Thanksgiving, we're going to give you all a break to where we won't publish an episode on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because it doesn't align with our already scheduled way of releasing episodes.
Of course not. That is not the case. It's because we want you to spend that Thursday, that sacred, hallowed Thursday, with your family and not listening to us, even though you might find great pleasure in listening to the sound of my voice or the sound of Nathan's voice. We
Okay.
want you to spend that time with your family. So we're going to talk about Thanksgiving a week early.
And I want y'all to get the necessary rest you need for Black Friday the next day.
Well, we will talk about that in just a second.
Let's cue the music. And we're back.
Well, so now I will start.
Okay. Fine.
So, our first point of disagreement is going to be something that Nathan just alluded to.
Uh-huh.
What is the actual better Thanksgiving related day? Is it Thanksgiving itself or Black Friday?
Yeah. Which is the better holiday?
Mm. No,
Yeah.
but before we get into that, we have to talk about how we did our research. So, Nathan, how did you do your research this week?
I went on YouTube.
Nice.
Yep.
I looked at
So
ads again.
that's okay. That's
Yeah,
great.
thank you. I just need to
I
keep up the idea of me being the resident capitalist.
Yeah, I had to skip ads, so this is good.
Mm, that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you need to start because,
Mm.
Thanksgiving is traditionally the bigger holiday.
I would say it is probably the greatest holiday in the Thanksgiving season, considering, you have the
We
whole
can
season named after it.
Okay, it's called autumn, dude. Nobody calls it the Thanksgiving season. It's autumn or fall.
Oh, some people call it pre-Christmas
Pre Who?
because because
Nobody.
as soon as November 1st hits, you would assume that they believe that because there's constant Christmas decorations. I was coming home from work one day, and this was just a couple days ago. It's an early part of November, and people already had their Christmas lights out on their homes.
Yeah, it's a conundrum. I was talking to the school nurse yesterday, and she was saying that she and her son are going to be doing Christmas decorating this Saturday. I was like, "What are you doing?"
It is abysmal.
Abysmal.
Christmas doesn't
Anyway,
start until Black Friday.
yeah. So, what ads did you see about Thanksgiving to make us love it so much?
So the first thing I have here is an ad for a grocery store called oh, what is it called? Gordon Food Service Store.
Ah,
Yes. And so this year at Gordon Food Service Store, you can get a leg up on Thanksgiving.
ooh,
You can get a whole tom and hen turkey for 79 cents per pound.
um, wow, that's pretty great.
Yeah. And it's the 14 to 19 pounds are the average turkey weight. And you only get one turkey.
Yeah.
So if you have a big family and you needed two, not at Gordon's.
Well, there's a turkey shortage this year.
Is there?
Like, yeah, so my parents, they called my sister, my younger sister, and they were like, there's a turkey shortage this year, and they go, we can only find a really small turkey, And so, do y'all mind buying a second small turkey and cooking that? And my
Mm.
sister goes, yeah, I guess we could. So, they go to Publix, and there's a humongous turkey. And my sister's like, and there's tons of them. And my
Mm-hmm.
sister's like, called my parents and was like, can I just buy this one huge turkey? And they were like, oh, yeah, sure. So they bought like a turkey for $50 or something.
Your parents scammed your sister.
Yeah, they got her to buy a turkey, I guess. They're
Yeah.
not going to pay her back. You're right.
Mm. Well, you know what pairs nicely with that good turkey, according to Gordon's food service store?
No, what?
Sliced bacon.
Oh,
You can get a 3-pound package for $10,
nice.
which is, I mean, every time I think of Thanksgiving, I always think of bacon. And so this gives me a good opportunity to go, I'm done with the turkey. What else should I eat? Oh, yeah. Crispy bacon.
Matthew, I think you're thinking of this all wrong. All
How
right.
so?
See, we should be more creative. Our parents have been cursed by tradition. All right.
Is it a
They have
curse?
the Yeah, they have the tradition of their parents,
Mm-hmm.
and they just pass these traditions on to us.
Mm-hmm.
But we as millennials, we have a great opportunity to think outside the box. You know, we could be basic, have a bacon covered turkey, or even better, you know how some people put stuffing in like the gizzard hole of the turkey?
Say gizzard hole.
What do you call it? What do you
I,
call it? Do you call it the void?
I,
The
I,
abyss?
I can't say what I call it on a family friendly podcast.
Call it the turkey hole? I don't know what to call it.
I call it
Anyway,
the endless void of stuffing.
I call it the new receptacle for this wad of bacon that I'm going to shove into it. You
All right,
take
now
those
now we're getting somewhere.
you take those 3 pounds worth of bacon,
Oh,
just roll it into a ball. It's it's like clay. It's like modeling clay, and just shove it in there.
now I will say, like bacon right out of the package, it really is like modeling clay.
Right? And
Ugh,
just bake it. Bro, the flavor explosion that'll
dang it,
make.
that sounds really good. Oh my gosh.
I just don't know. And see, I'm not a food scientist. I don't know if it'll work.
Who
But
cares? It's turkey and it's bacon. The only
inside of
important
it,
part is the bacon.
yeah,
But
right.
we can't spend too much time on this because you know what else Gordon's food
You're
service
right. You're
has?
right.
They
Hmm.
have a good way to finish off the meal with dessert. And it is a 14 slice variety cheesecake pack for $10.
Ah, variety. What flavors, Matthew?
Um, um it's it's got the regular, it's got
Regular.
one chocolate and it's got another chocolate and then it's got
Nice.
another chocolate, but they're
Uh huh.
different. And this one's got like a caramel and chocolate, and then that's
Okay.
like your strawberry. That's just
Nice.
looks like caramel. I don't know what these are. It doesn't say. I'm just pausing a video and
I
watching through it.
yeah. I expected more flavors, maybe.
I mean, chocolate is a very diverse thing that you can use for a lot of sweets.
Yeah, it's just it says it's a variety pack though. Like, where's the blueberry cheesecake?
It
Where's
was it
the
was on there.
Why didn't you mention the blueberry cheesecake, Matthew?
I forgot what it was called.
You forgot. You forgot the only blueberry in the berry world. You forgot what that's called.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
The only
Mm-hmm.
blueberry
Mm-hmm.
flavor
Mm-hmm.
out there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, when you have a brain like mine that is just chock filled with so many useless things,
Yeah.
the things that matter get thrown out.
Yeah. Like blueberry
Yeah.
cheesecake.
And then, of course, to go with all these wonderful things with your bacon stuffed turkey, and your blueberry cheesecake, you can get your classic 12 pack of Coke products. And you can get
Ooh,
4 of those things for $10. But
hey, that's a deal.
they only limit you to 8.
Okay, I
So
only
you're
need,
only allowed to spend $20 on Coke
bro.
products.
You know what? How much of a caffeine buzz you could get from 8 12 packs of Diet Coke or Coca Cola?
Considering that you know, go through 20 to 30 Capri Suns a week, I would assume you probably know what kind of buzz you can get from 8 packs of 12 cans, which
That's
is
uh-huh. Which is,
uh it I don't know, I'm not good at math either.
look here, Matthew. That's all great, um, but we need to talk about the true holiday of Thanksgiving time, um, which is Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Wait, were you done talking about your end?
96 cans of Coke.
96 cans of Coke. Gotcha. Okay.
Um
Cool. Thanks for making me think that we were glitching up and that the
uh,
rainy weather got to you
you're welcome. Sorry.
by being silent
I
so
was
freaking
using
long.
all of my brain power to do simple multiplication and I was not able to do it. Um
Gosh. The greatest tragedy about Black Friday uh, is a video, I think CNN, no, a local CBS station posted.
mm,
No, CNN. They were saying that about 5 years ago, that's when the video came out,
mm,
that's when stores were making a big push for being closed on Thanksgiving.
mm.
And Matthew, I think that's a tragedy. You know?
Why do you say that?
Okay, the good old days used to be, you remember the good old days, Black Friday would start on at 6 p.m. on Thursday night, Thanksgiving night. You
Yeah,
know?
that's started recently though.
No, no, that was the good old days. Nowadays, they're saying, no, we're closed on Thanksgiving. We care about our workers. Really? You know? Um, so I think Black Friday should start on Thanksgiving, and we should just have like Ultra Black Friday of 2 days worth of shopping.
Ultra Black Friday.
Yeah, Ultra Black
What
Friday.
why should we have this new day that you've created that is called Ultra Black Friday?
Well, Matthew, we need to shop. Okay? Did you know? I saw one thing. Okay, I was watching this video called "Today I Found Out," and why the day after Thanksgiving is called Black Friday. All right,
Mhm.
and at the end of that video, it said the saddest thing: Black Friday is not even in the top 5 highest selling days of the year.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that heartbreaking? I think the most profitable is like the Saturday before Christmas or something like that.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, man. So I think we should get rid of Thanksgiving. You know, um, if Matthew, if we are going to be honest with ourselves, okay, be
Mhm.
completely honest, turkey is one of the worst meats to eat.
I mean, that's not entirely true.
Matthew, be honest.
I am. Turkey is good. It's good for one day a year.
Uh, that sounds like a pretty bad type of protein to me if it's only standable for 1 day a year.
I mean, I could eat it multiple times. I mean, every time I go to like a deli that, I'll get like their club sandwiches. That normally has like ham and turkey and it's pretty good. But
What I'm trying to get at, okay,
mm,
is since the turkey is only good for 1 day a year, skip it, skip the meal, and let's just go on and shop. shop till we drop, you know?
Yeah, but what if I don't want to be around all the crowds of people that are trying to beat me up because I grabbed the last towel from the shelf?
First of all, what are what are you doing grabbing towels off? Look, a better example would be, oh, you got the last 4K TV that was $173, you know?
Nah,
Okay.
man. Nah, man. There was a video that went viral a couple years back about the Walmart in my hometown that there were people literally fighting over towels and like pots and pans in my local Walmart.
Yeah. Uh, you're saying your local Walmart's pretty famous?
I mean, it just that video. If you all you did was watch the video and just see two, middle-aged women get into a fist fight over towels and pans, then sure, I guess my Walmart in my hometown was pretty famous.
Like just imagine if that was your mom, dude, and you had to go, that's man, I'm so proud of her. That's my mom. You know, I feel like such a hypocrite, Matthew, because I never go Black Friday shopping. I only went once.
How dare you speak about it in this way?
Look, man. Oh, oh, do you think I shouldn't break character just yet? You think I should still say how much I love it?
I mean, do you want to go ahead and move on?
No, no, we could talk about this for hours, but for the
No.
sake of our listeners, perhaps we should move on.
Okay, well, Thanksgiving is superior. Um, Now, when it comes to Thanksgiving, because it is the superior holiday, I mean, Ben Rector did write a song about Thanksgiving, and it is called the Thanksgiving Song.
Oh yeah, well, Rebecca Black wrote a song called Friday, so there you go.
But Ben Rector's is a lot better.
I doubt it.
No, you've obviously either one never heard a song by Ben Rector, or you've never heard a song by Rebecca Black.
Um, I've only heard songs by Rebecca Black. I only listen to her.
Oof, that is quite unfortunate. I would say that is the worst. Um,
Yeah,
but when it comes to Thanksgiving Day, there are always two tables. You
yeah.
have the adult table,
Poor.
and then you have what?
I thought you were gonna say the poor people versus the rich people, but
No, you have the adult table versus the kid table.
oh, so I am kind of right.
You are not right because the kid table is superior.
Yeah, I know. Wait, Matthew, that was what I was supposed to argue for.
Oh my gosh, I did it again!
Yeah, I agree.
All right, folks. Here's a peek behind the curtain of Oz.
Yeah.
I have this week. I have yet again researched the wrong thing. Holy
Hey,
crap, dude! I
hey,
can't.
welcome everybody. Hey, welcome everybody to our new podcast. It's called Absurd Agreements. Watch as Matthew and I agree on the same thing, but
No.
argue about it like we don't.
All right. All right. No, I'm changing my methods. I'm no longer using advertisements because I don't have anything. I'm gonna go off the top of my head. Here
Oh,
we
okay.
go.
Now we're back in action.
The adult table is superior. And I stand by that statement.
Yeah, I see
The
that.
adult table is superior, and I stand by this
You're
statement.
very you're very firm in that.
Can you hear me hitting the table?
Oh, oh, I can. Is it the adult table you're hitting?
No, it's my card table.
So the kids table.
No, I'm not in my kitchen, so I can't hit the adult table.
Yeah. Honestly, hey, if you need, okay, do you need a resource? Because I did watch a clip that would support the adult table much better than the kids table.
I'm just gonna go off the top of my head.
Okay, well, I'm still going to share that video anyway.
Okay, cool.
The best thing for the adult table, dude, is this video from It's a Southern Thing called When You
Mm-hmm.
Finally Graduate from the Kids Table. And
Mm-hmm.
it shows this, like, he looks like a 19-year-old guy sitting with all these children. And his dad comes in and says, "Come with me." And they take him to the adult table. And, bro, I almost came to tears
Wow.
because the music was so powerful,
Mm.
and it just swelled to such heights. Like, it looked like, when a warrior in those ancient fantasy films like returns home
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's so happy to see him, you know? Like, that's what it looked like. But yeah, I personally think the kids table's the best. Um, WCOO, CBS Minnesota, had a video on should there even be a kids table at
Wow.
Thanksgiving. And these stupid newscasters were like, you know, they were quoting this Huffington Post article that said you should not have a kids table anymore. And they were like, yeah, just have the kids sit with the adults. Okay. Now that was one newscaster, but the others were like, my kids suck, you know?
I really,
Like,
really want them to have said live on air, no, dude, my kids are garbage.
they're the worst. No, they can't say it like that. They're newscasters. You have to always be smiling. So they
Mm-hmm.
had to say things like, well, why don't you sit with my kids on Thanksgiving?
Oh,
you know?
yes.
So in other words, it's like, okay, your kids are brats. We get it, you know?
Wow.
So that's a big thing. I think it's good to have a kids table. That way the adults can have their time to talk about politics, to talk about whatever the heck they want to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then the children, they can talk about whatever. They can throw food at each other. It's a no man's land. It's a lawless wasteland. Anything goes.
Wow. I heartily disagree.
Okay.
I think that the order and the traditions held by the adult table
Uh-huh.
are wonderful things because it's not just like, oh, they're going to talk about, politics, oh, they're going to talk about, religion. No, they're going to talk about things that matter. They're going to talk about the rise of the economy and the inflation of, the prices and the money and stuff. I'm not very good at thinking off the
Am-
top of my head.
Amazon losing $1 trillion. Yeah.
Amazon losing $1 trillion, but you know what? It's not just the things that just politics and religion. No, they talk about the things that matter. That's the time where you get to sit down and you get to learn from,
Mm.
the older generation. You get to hear about the history and what they've done, what they've experienced, and you can think, oh, I've experienced something very similar. Or, maybe I'm going through something right now. Maybe I should pay attention and listen to the advice that they give. And sometimes it's really good advice. And then other times it's go, okay, granddad, it's time to stop talking. But the thing,
Yeah.
the biggest part is the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that's found at the adult table. And you don't get that with the kids table.
Okay.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. The kids table, they talk about, the things that are in style, in season, and all that stuff, but they don't talk
Uh-huh.
about the good ways that it used to be.
Yeah.
Because
No, they're busy talking about video games, man. You know?
just
I would
a
rather
bunch
talk
of
about that.
hedonistic wretches.
Yeah, yeah, they're all right in my book.
No, that is not the talk for the Thanksgiving table. The Thanksgiving table is talking about why we should be giving thanks because we have such memories of how America was much better back in the good old days. That is
No,
what's important.
I think it's
Quick disclaimer, I don't actually believe that.
Oh gosh, come on, man. Um, no, I think it should be about discussing how you hope your mom is able to get that PlayStation 5 on sale on Black Friday when she goes Black Friday shopping.
Dude, that'll never happen. The scalpers are out to get you.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Um,
You want to know the
here's some,
unfortunate thing, though?
what?
My grandparents have left the adult table and they have joined the kids' table, and the kids' table has been a much more enjoyable experience.
What?
Yes.
Your
Do you want to know why?
grandparents?
Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because they're like, you know what? We need to go to the younger generation and we need to give our expertise to them and talk to them. Because, I mean, myself, my older brother, we are, a couple hours away from my family. We don't see them often. My sister works very hard at her corporate job, and then she has another job that she does part time, and we're just always on the move. And so that's a time for our grandparents to say, you know what, we're going to make this the adult table too. And you know what? It's an enjoyable experience.
I, wow. I think that is the biggest piece of family drama. Like, forget, oh, did you hear so and so sleeping around? Or, oh, so and so's addicted to drugs? Or, oh man, did you see what she wore to church last Sunday? No, that's the biggest piece of family drama. Grandma and grandpa are sitting at the kids' table.
Yeah. My family does talk a lot of politics. And it's not
Ugh.
like stuff that I don't agree with, but it's like, do we really have to talk about this every time we see each other?
Oh my gosh, you're right. I would sit at the kids' table too.
Ugh, yeah, it's abysmal. Anyways, adult table and adult table 2, superior.
Um, Dinner Party Guru, a very small YouTube channel with like 40 subscribers, um, has a video called Thanksgiving Decorating the Kids Table. And
Okay.
it's this older lady. I think she looks like a Fran, you know? Like she's just got that Fran vibe.
Mm-hmm.
She is decorating the kids table, okay? And and it just the first thing she decorates it with, okay? It's in the middle of the living room, um, right in front of the Christmas tree, right beside the cupboard with the very fragile looking um, bald eagle statue. Uh,
Yes.
the first thing she starts with is the gold Thanksgiving idol that she places in the middle of the table.
Wait a second. Idol?
I assume I assume that she is making a cult and reminds her children every year to worship the Thanksgiving god, this
Okay.
golden turkey.
All right. Two things. How
Yes.
ornate is this turkey? And
Um,
then,
she
what is its name?
she said the children are dumb enough to think it's actual gold, but she knew the truth, and she wouldn't share that truth with us.
Wow.
I think it may be painted gold.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's probably
has
like
no
that.
name.
It should.
It has no name. Its name is older than names. I don't know.
um.
So
No, no, dude.
anyway,
We can't let that slide. We've got to give it a name. We got to give it a
um,
name.
how about blah, 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 blah,
Okay, that was
something like
bad.
that?
You want to try that again?
Something. Yeah. Let's see. Something that a turkey would say. What would a turkey
Yeah.
say? Please
Please don't
don't
kill me.
shoot. Yeah, dang it, we were thinking the same thing.
I
um,
think I think it is Tarkuthela. Tarkuthela.
ooh, Tarkuthela. Yes.
Yes, Tarkuthela.
So first you start with the idol to Tarkuthela, okay?
Mm,
And you put him in the middle of the table. And then she said she got these plastic plates, but they're autumnally decorated plates, so the
ooh,
kids still feel special. And so she passes those out. Um, she uses not real silver; they don't deserve that, but
wow.
silverware that looks close to it. Um, she likes to play Thanksgiving on hard mode, so she provides them with actual glass tumblers to drink out of.
Oh, that is sketchy.
Yeah,
She
she does
won't
recommend.
give them silverware that's made to endure, but she'll give them glass?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
she also recommends putting down like a quilt instead of a tablecloth. That way, you can just throw the quilt in the washing machine.
No.
Yeah,
No.
she
I
does.
I disagree because in my look at advertisements, because I did the wrong thing again, there
Yeah,
are there are advertisements of I went to Google and I just put Thanksgiving kids table and I hit shopping, and so all of those are obviously going to be advertisements.
yeah.
There's one that was incredible. It is an activity coloring tablecloth.
Oh, that's so great.
So it's got like crossword puzzles, it's got tic-tac-toe, then it's got like different pictures to color. Some of them are more ornate, like a turkey or like a cornucopia, and then some of them are is like very easy, like a pumpkin or like a flower. And man,
Yeah.
a quilt?
She Yeah, she does. Now in this one she doesn't have the quilt. She just recommends it. But
Well, then why recommend it and then don't have one?
she said you can. I don't know. I don't know.
Gosh.
Fran does whatever Fran wants to do. And so she also provides these like napkins that are folded into cornucopias. So
Holy
and,
crap.
yeah. Okay, so the table looks pretty darn crowded. All right? When she's
Exactly.
done. And then it's not
It
over though, Matthew.
Yeah, all this is taking away from the great worship of our Thanksgiving god Tarkuthla.
Tarkudala. Yeah, poor
Oh,
Tarkudala. But she goes, and now we're going to decorate it even more. We're going to get all these smaller turkeys and surround Tarkudala with them. And so it is the most crowded table I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
I'm like, there's barely any room to put your plate and eat. Like it stresses me out.
Look, man, you can have your plate, but you can't eat it.
Yeah, you can worship Tarkudala and you can eat tomorrow on Black Friday
Exactly. Exactly.
at the
Thanksgiving is
mall
a
food
day of
court.
fasting to Tarkuthla.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Tarkudala
my
demands.
gosh. Oh.
Tarkudala demands. No longer cram the gizzard hole with stuffing. Cram it with the bacon ball.
Stop calling it a gizzard hole.
What am I supposed to call it?
I don't. That's not. It's not even. The gizzard is like at the dangly thing at the throat.
Oh, at the throat.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's literally, I cannot think of a better name than gizzard hole.
Oh,
It's impossible.
this is atrocious.
All
Look,
right. Well,
just
we all know. Okay. This leads us into our final thing. All right.
yes.
Because I assume you have nothing else to say about the adult table.
No, I have said all that needs to be said, and all that
Right.
I can currently think of.
So leading up to before Thanksgiving dinner, you always have the Thanksgiving game, the football game.
Yes.
And logically, it would make most sense for us to talk about that.
Right.
But we came up with which should you watch instead? The Macy's Day Parade,
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving Day Parade, or the National Dog Show, which all airs before the game. Well, National Dog Show airs during the game.
It depends on what time, because it's normally
What
around.
game?
Well, again, it kind of depends on. I think, does Detroit play first or does Dallas? It I think it flips. I don't know. The
Yeah.
dog show's normally around lunchtime.
All I know is if my grandmother were alive right now, she would scream at me that I should be talking about the Georgia Tech game.
Is that on Thanksgiving?
I'm pretty darn sure. It's either Thanksgiving or the day after.
I'm fairly certain.
It's
Anyways,
always around that time. Anyway, so hey Matthew, which side do you have? Do you think we should watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, or do you think we should watch the National Dog Show?
I think we should watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade because, as it is previously established, I do not like dogs. I do not care for them.
Really?
Yes,
I
I
didn't
do
know you
not.
hated them.
I don't hate them. I just do not care for them.
Yeah, well, if you tell a dog person that, that's the equivalent of saying I hate dogs.
No, it's the equivalent of saying I hate you.
Hey,
So I have decided that the Macy's
follow G.
Thanksgiving yeah, exactly. I have decided the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is far superior
Right?
because you know what? You know what it starts off with, Nathan?
What does it start off with?
It starts off with the god of Thanksgiving. It starts off with a giant
Takuthula?
balloon of Terkuthula.
Yay.
That is how, folks, you have been blinded by the media. I am very sorry to be telling you this now, but you have been lied to. The first thing, it's not, oh, it's Tom the Turkey. No. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade starts off every year with praise and worship to the pagan god of Thanksgiving, Terkuthula.
Ah, Takuthula.
And so, in order to set the table, so to say, of Thanksgiving Day Parade, you have to start it off with the god of Thanksgiving. But then, there's everything else that, pagans normally take part of, like talking about, having a Sesame Street float with, Harry Styles singing his latest song that would never appear on Sesame Street because it is wildly inappropriate.
Yeah, why would watermelon sugar be inappropriate?
I'm not just that song. Gosh, I'm very upset that that's the first one. That's not a good song. Not
That's
just like,
legit only Harry Styles song I know.
ugh, I'm sorry.
What
That's
else does he sing?
I have no idea. That's the only one I know
Uh-huh.
of too.
See?
But I know it
You're
because
getting
I
on to
have
me.
a strong distaste for it. But no, you can't start off your Thanksgiving Day without two things. Number one, praise and worship to the god of Thanksgiving, Terkuthula. And then number two, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And so there's an ad here for it.
Okay.
And so there are two gentlemen sitting on a park bench in New York City. These two gentlemen are dressed up, one in a pilgrim's outfit and the other in a turkey outfit. You have Robert De Niro sitting in the pilgrim outfit, and then in the turkey outfit is Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
And so Robert De Niro looks over to Billy Crystal and says, "What's the matter?" And Billy Crystal goes, "You know what's the matter, man? I'm sitting in a turkey costume." And he's like, "You agreed to it." It's like, "Why would I agree to being in a turkey costume?" He's like, "As we decided this, you said you would do it." And then they kind of get into a little argument. It's funny because they're both like serious actors, especially
Yeah.
Robert De Niro. And they're both sitting in their costumes. And they're just like, "Look, dude, like, you said you'd do it." And then Billy Crystal looks over to Robert De Niro and he says, "Well, do you want to be the turkey?" He goes, "No." And then it shows them on the float. They're on the float. They're waving to each other, just having a great time. And I mean, that shows the spirit of the Thanksgiving Day Parade because Robert De Niro was dressed up in, a pilgrim. It was, stereotypical Thanksgiving Day things. But again, the media's out to get you, folks.
Yeah.
Billy Crystal's not dressed up as a turkey.
No. He's Takuthula.
He is dressed up as Terkuthula. I can't believe
Or
you've been blinded. America, wake up. We have to stop the worship of Terkuthula. It has permeated the minds of our children.
And this is, now, but then we're going to make our listeners suspicious when we reveal today's sponsor is like hams alone, ham only. All we have are
Ah,
hams. Get
you
your
know what?
hams.
And
Have a
it's
ham for
sponsored. It's
Thanksgiving.
sponsored by, you guessed it, Frank Stallone.
Bum bum bum.
Uh,
Gosh,
Frank Stallone with his ham company, Ham Stallone.
ham Stallone. That's it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I I'm shocked you haven't brought up like Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire.
Because I only looked up advertisements, dude.
Oh, that's right. I really like that scene where he's like having to jump on the balloons,
Mm-hmm.
and like the Green Goblin slices through some of them with his glider. That was cool.
Yeah. And then he threw a pumpkin bomb at those like politicians and then disintegrated them. And the only thing left was their very bad CGI skeletons.
Oh, first of all, take away the words "very bad," and you have an excellent sentence. Yeah, that was a cool scene. Modern day
Classic.
Spider-Man's too worried about, oh no, will my
We've got to work.
girlfriend figure out I'm
We've got to worry
Spider-Man?
about social issues that plague the teenage boy. No, give me more bad CGI. That's what I'm
No,
here
stop
for.
that. Take
I'm
it
here
back.
for the fight scenes. I'm here for the bad acting. I don't care about social issues.
More
The only
bouncing
social
on.
issue I'm worried about is the praise worship of Terkuthula every Thanksgiving. It has to stop.
No, it should go on forever, like Terkudala wants.
No, no. You know,
Uh,
we should replace it with another animal that we can glorify instead of a turkey.
like ham. Ham is a great alternative to turkey this Thanksgiving.
That's right, folks. Ham comes in many different tastes. You have your honey ham, which always pairs perfectly with the stuffing, but you also have your black forest ham to give you that good smoky taste.
Right, absolutely. This
Mm,
Thanksgiving, ignore Terkudala and support Big Ham instead
mm. Embrace
by
big
buying a Big
ham.
Ham. Embrace Big Ham. We are not sponsored by Big Ham, just so you
Not at
know.
all. Not at all.
We're not in the back of Big Ham's pocket.
Oh, you can leave the check on my desk. Thank you. Sorry, sorry,
Yes.
sorry.
Oh, you were talking to Big Ham himself, huh?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. No, yeah,
Yeah.
right there. No,
Hmm.
just give
Yeah.
it to me right here. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Don't forget to send me half of that.
You got it, dude.
Uh, so
Anyways,
I think, okay, like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade's pretty swell and all, but the National Dog Show, dude, that is where it's at. Okay.
yes, I would agree. The National Dog Show is a good way to nap through it. After
Okay.
you stuffed yourself, you can turn it on, look at something that's so insignificant, and just fall asleep. And guess what? You've missed absolutely nothing.
No, that's not true. Um, I started out, just go on YouTube and type in National Dog Show
Mm-hmm.
and be blown away by the best in show dogs. So, for example, 2019's best in show for the non-hound group
Yeah,
was Thor, the English bulldog.
that is a
Yeah,
good.
and
That's a good name for a bulldog.
right, it's so good, and he's just a classic looking bulldog. I have no clue what they're looking for. I have no clue how he won. I don't understand.
They
I
just
don't
make sure your
understand.
dog. Like that's the thing about a dog show. They're like, "Does your dog walk?" Yeah.
Yeah,
Pass.
dude. But I heard it's a big deal because with the National Dog Show, the dogs are benched. So that means they're up on those benches. And apparently, that is extremely difficult to discipline your dog to stand still on these stupid benches. Like, that's amazing.
Man, I'm so glad
Yeah.
that dog can stand on benches because that's exactly what they have and need to do. Go stand on that bench.
J-
Get away from me.
Please. But you have to discipline them to understand it's a good thing to stand on the bench.
I think the
Um,
discipline is that they have to stand on the bench.
yeah. What there was one interview by NBC Palm Springs with I think the host names are Steve Fry and John Hurley Jr. or
Mm,
something like that.
hmm
Anyway, and the lady was very excited, and she always gets excited when the Pekingese are shown. I don't know exactly what a Pekingese is. I'm pretty sure it looks like a fur ball that a cat threw up, but like a giant cat.
Okay.
And so, anyway, the newscaster was so excited. She loves watching the Pekingese, and she always wants them to win, because she has her own Pekingese. And the hosts were like, you know what, you need to do that. So
Mm,
whatever breed you cheer for in the National Dog Show, you need to do that because that's your dog breed you own. And
mm,
then you can turn to your dog and say, I'm cheering for you. I'm cheering for your kind.
yeah.
And according to them, the dogs appreciate that. But the best,
Eh.
I mean, okay, whatever.
Eh.
Um, the best video though came from Black Kyle, a a a smaller YouTube channel who talked about why the National Dog Show is the best thing to watch on Thanksgiving Day. But he would talk about this
Mm-hmm.
while playing Call of Duty in the background. So so while he's like smoking guys in this game, getting his
Oh,
headshots in, he'd be like, "Yo, this is why the National Dog Show is the best thing on Thanksgiving."
dude, you can put anything over Call of Duty gameplay and it instantly becomes 10 times more engageable.
It does. It was amazing. I was engaged, and the best part was, okay, so this may shock you, but Black Kyle
Mm-hmm.
lives up to his name. All right,
Yeah.
and
Is his
he
real
was
name
talking
actually
about,
Kyle?
yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay, cool.
Anyway, um, in this, okay, so he's playing Call of Duty, but he's like roasting the dogs. He's like, some of them got these really great haircuts, and he showed one, a Terrier Wellington, and it had like these little pom poms on its ears, and he's like, look at how adorable that thing looks. And then he then he would be like, then he goes, but look at this one, and it's a terrier, and it's like hair is covering half of its face. He's like,
Uh-huh.
it's got that Karen haircut. I
Oh
gave
my
it to Karen. It's great.
god.
Oh, but he was like, look, he's like, I'm tired of watching the Cowboys lose. The Eagles lost this year. I'm sick and tired of that. He's like, why would I watch them lose when I can watch these cool dogs be really cool dogs?
Mm. Out
And
of everything you've said in this podcast, I I have to agree with that. Why watch the Cowboys lose when you can watch literally anything else?
exactly, and that's what Black Kyle was saying.
Man,
You know, so
how many subscribers does Black Kyle have?
17.
Make it 18.
Yeah,
He got my subscription.
I'm glad. He doesn't. I checked his channel though, and it's not only him roasting pictures of dogs and their haircuts though.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was disappointed. I was like, I want more of this content.
dang.
This playing Call of Duty while roasting dogs' haircuts.
See, this is what the kids today need. They need because it is election season being November, and so they need to lay out all the candidates and their beliefs over Call of Duty gameplay.
My ability to focus would increase 150%
Dang,
if I saw that.
man, that's incredible.
Uh, well, that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
Nah, man, I've exhausted all of my resources. I didn't have a ton of stuff this week, but you know what? I think we made up with it by our awareness of
Right.
the media and their
Yeah.
terrible, terrible ways.
Terkuthela is not happy with us this year,
Mm.
but Big Ham is overjoyed.
You know what? We need to give a round of applause for Big Ham. Incredible work that they do,
I'm
and
I'm holding my mic, so pretend I'm clapping.
I'll put in like clapping applause noise or whatever.
Great. All right. Well, let's cue that music and get out of here. Well, this has been our latest episode of Absurd Arguments. I'm thankful that you were able to listen to us today and join us,
Yes,
and I hope you will listen to us next time. Please
yes,
give us a like and tell others about our podcast. Share it with a friend or an enemy if you don't like us.
yes. And you can find our links to our social media in the description. We've got a Facebook page and an Instagram page. And we also have an email that you can send your
Ah,
complaints to. If you have something else I have said that I need to apologize about, go ahead and send that to absurdargumentsforyou@gmail.com. And that is absurdarguments, the number four, the letter U at gmail.com. And I will eventually get around to doing all these apologies that I need to make.
he he will apologize for nothing.
Wow.
I
Wow.
just I didn't want him to get their hopes up.
I did.
Yeah. Well, Matthew, it's been great recording with you today. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go?
Yes, I would like to say something. I would like to say that you need to enjoy the adult table. You need to enjoy the parade, and you need to just enjoy the company of family. I think that's the most important thing. And also watch out for Takuthela because he is lurking everywhere.
He is waiting for
Oh,
you.
it's incredibly disgusting. The only thing worse is Santa.
Ugh, Tersanta Uthala.
Folks, that's all
Anyway,
the time we
goodbye,
have
folks.
for goodbye. let's try that
Goodbye.
ending one more time.
Sure.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. So we will see you next time.
Yep. See y'all later.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, goodbye. Just turn
Okay.
it off now.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, Matthew, you're the one in charge. Like, you're the one who has to press stop on the recording.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.